Hello everyone and welcome back to the layout. In today's video I'll be briefly taking you through the process of adding a third rail or the conductor rail to your layout. Third rail is most commonly used in the southern parts of the UK network and around London, and because my layout is based in that area around London or Kent, it makes sense for me to add it onto the layout. The process itself is not necessarily difficult, but it can be very tedious, and I'm sure you'll be left with an aching back after doing it. So for starters, these are the tools you're going to need to fit the third rail. For mine, I'm using the Pico conductor rail chairs and also Pico's Code 60 flat bottom rail. You'll also need a drill with a 1.5mm drill bit, a small set of pliers, and you'll see why in a minute, a Xuron track cutter or another method for cutting your track, and also some super glue. However, in this video I won't be gluing mine down, I'll simply just be putting it in place just for now. So first things first, you need to decide on the area of where you're putting the third rail. If you're looking for a good level of realism on the layout, then it's best to do some research as to where the third rail is positioned on the network, as it can vary on what side it is of the track it is laid on. Once you have found pictures with similar track work to the area on your layout, you can then begin. Start off by cutting out the pieces of the conductor rail pack. Be careful not to drop them on the floor as they are very small and can be difficult to find. The next thing is you want to pre-drill the holes in the sleepers using a 1.5mm drill bit. I space the holes 4 sleepers apart. Some might use different spacing, but this is what I've seen on some other layouts and also on the network itself, and it works well for me. Once this has been done, you can start measuring the length of the conductor rail that you're going to need for this part. Place the rail across the area you're working on, leaving a small amount of excess on either end. Then use your rail cutters to cut the piece. Next comes the backbreaking and boring part of fixing the conductor rail chairs to the rail. I prefer to do this first rather than when the rail is glued into the holes, as it makes it a lot easier. I count how many holes I drilled and then I know how many chairs I will need to add. Other than that, there's no real method to doing this other than just to struggle on through. After this is eventually done, I then start to space them out roughly along the rail, leaving a small gap on the rail at either end. Once completed, I then get the pair of pliers and slightly bend down the end of the conductor rail. If you ever look on mainline at third rail, this is what happens to the end of most conductor rails. I assume so the pickup shoe can smoothly slide onto the conductor rail without getting caught. Now you're ready for the final step of fitting the conductor rail. Spacing the chairs out should have made it slightly easier to fit, but again it can be very fiddly, so just take your time and it should all go well. Once happy with this, you can then add small amounts of glue underneath each chair and push it all the way down to the sleeper. Mine aren't glued down yet, but to ensure there's no issue with loco clearance, then it's best to glue it down as you go. So there we go, that was a small tutorial about fitting the third rail. It's nothing too major, but it can be very boring, similar to, ballasting or fitting electric. However, once it is all done, it really does add the next level of realism to your layout, similar to adding pantographs or other forms of electrification. If you guys did find this helpful, then please leave a like rating. If you have any comments or suggestions about the video itself or your experiences of fitting third rail, then please drop them below in the comment section. Subscribe if you are new, and I shall see you in the next video.